Morning. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about meal prep today. I've had a lot of people ask, like, how do I meal prep? What do I do? What's the easiest way? Where do you find your recipes? And so on and so forth. So I thought this would be a really good opportunity to do a quick video and just kind of let you guys know how I do it. Now, that being said, what works for me might not work for you. You might have to change things up a little bit so that it works for you, but I'm just going to show you my process and hopefully you can take some tips away that will help you make meal planning easier for you. So what I start with first is calculating my containers. You need to know how many containers you need every day. That's the starting point. So things to remember when you're calculating your containers: if you've lost some weight, come like when your next round starts, make sure you recalculate. I found twice through this program, I didn't realize, like, oh yeah, I lost weight, I need to recalculate. And for a whole round, I stayed stuck where I was at. I didn't lose any weight, couldn't figure out why. Well, it turned out I should have been the next calorie bracket down, the next container bracket rather. And so I was eating too much food, I wasn't losing weight. It was, pretty common sense now, but at the time I didn't know. So always recalculate. And then too, if you change workout programs, your container calculation is also going to change then, so that's another good time. Don't ever do a recalculation halfway through your round. Stick to that container bracket for your 3-week period, or if you're doing hammer and chisel, you're going to keep it for your 2-month period, or so on and so forth. So anyways, calculate your containers, that's important. Once you've done that, you can start filling in your meals that you really like. So for me, breakfast was a no-brainer. It needs to be something fast, something I can eat on the go. I have a half-hour commute to work every morning, so something that I can eat while I'm driving is key. I get up really early in the morning, so prepping stuff in the morning is just ridiculous. It's not going to happen. So for me, grabbing a green tea and a fruit is easy. I can eat an apple on the way, I can eat a banana, I can slice up a pear and eat that, or, so that for me is just set in stone. I know I'm having fruit and tea in the morning because it works. I aim to have at least 2 to 3 snacks a day, and then overall I have 5 to 6 small meals a day, with exception of my lunch is usually pretty large. So I'm just going to show you here. Sorry, my paper's really messy. I tend to cook in the kitchen with it. So you can see I've marked down my breakfast, my snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. Those are the meals that I like to have. For you, it might depend on your schedule, when you have breaks at work, or what your goals are. For me, I'm eating very often, at least every 2 hours, so that I can keep my metabolism going. So anyways, continue filling in what you need to. For me, on this meal plan, this wasn't this week, this is an old one, but just one that I happen to have to show you. So for breakfast, like I said, fruit and tea. My snack, I was having a piece of toast with 2 eggs on it, the 2 fried eggs that I do in coconut oil with avocado and a little bit of ham. Lunch that week, I had egg roll in a bowl with quinoa, 2 energy balls for a snack, and then I had Shakeology with half a banana. And then my dinner. My dinners, I don't set one specific dinner for a specific day of the week. For me, that doesn't work, because I come home and I'm like, I don't really feel like that. And then I get bored and I'm not enjoying it. And that's the thing. You have to be enjoying the food that you're eating. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to eat it. You're not going to want to, continue forward with this if it's not something you like. So for dinner, I typically pick between 3 and 4 different meals. On this one, for example, I had pork roast with sweet potato and vegetables, spaghetti squash chow mein, chicken burrito bowls, and chicken meatballs with coconut curry sauce and rice. So every morning I can kind of decide, okay, this is what I'm going to have. I'll take, this meat out of the freezer so I can cook when I get home. It's all ready for me. So now, where do I find my recipes? A lot of them are recipes that we really enjoy as a family that, we've been cooking for years, but I've adapted them to make them more healthy. So for me, that's easy. Some people aren't as experienced in the kitchen and are not sure how to do that. A really good place to start is go to Pinterest, go to Google, type in 21 day fix approved dinner or 21 day fix approved lunch or snack. And so many different things will come up. It's a matter of, spending a few hours and writing down all those recipes that you like, or print them out, or, whatever works for you. Find things that you like and keep a notebook of different meals that you like. Like in this notebook, I have, there's a lot of crazy notes because that's just what I do, but I have so many different things that I've kept that I can go back on and reference. Like I have a list here of like complex carbs that we can have with meals, breakfast ideas, lunch, dinners. I keep a reference because I'll often forget, like, oh, what are we gonna have this week? I don't know. So I go back in my notebook and I look like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. We love that meal. So I'll add that into the rotation for the week. Or, it's helpful to have those notes. Maybe your memory is better than mine. You can remember all the good things, but I can't. So that's just what works for me. So the next thing that you need to do is, once you have your meal plan and you know what you're going to eat, let me go back to this one. So here I have everything that I'm going to eat for the week. I know that all my container calculations are right. I know how much water I need to drink. And then you'll see down below here, what I've done is actually gone through all these things that I'm going to eat. And I know, okay, I've got this, this, and this at home, but I'm going to need to buy, this and this. So I add that to my grocery list. So this is just my grocery list down below. So what I do is I typically spend an hour or so on Saturdays. Sometimes if I know I'm going to be busy, I'll try and just jot some things down through the week. So it's there for me. When I sit down, it's just going to be, quick 30 minutes. My meal plan is done. My grocery list is there. And then Sunday morning is when I go shopping. I like to go Sunday mornings to the grocery store because there's nobody there. I don't have to stop and talk to anybody. It's, I got first pick of everything there. Everything's super fresh. The meats are typically discounted, so I'll grab those. I never buy meat if it's not on sale. It's way too expensive. So yeah, Sunday mornings, zip in, grab my groceries, get out, and then I can go home and do a little bit of meal prep. Typically, I'm spending 1 to 2 hours on Sundays doing meal prep. So the prep that I'm doing is any lunches that we decide to have that week, I'll do that ahead of time. I don't necessarily portion it out. I just put it, if I'm cooking chicken breasts for, like this week, for example, we did buffalo chicken rice bowls. So I cooked all my chicken breasts and had that ready. I cooked a big pot of rice because we're using it for our lunches every day this week. So that's done. Curry today, I didn't have time on the weekend to finish all my prep, so I actually brought it to work with me to finish, which I guess I'm lucky in that sense because obviously I have full access to a kitchen, but that's what works for me. It obviously probably won't work for you, so you're gonna have to find time, whether it be in your evenings or on your weekends, to get that meal prep done. I guess basically the meal plan to me is super, super important. For one, it saves me time. If I'm not, wandering around aimlessly in the kitchen after work, like, oh God, like, what are we gonna have? It saves me time. That's 10 or 20 minutes that, I've spent wandering around aimlessly doing nothing. Or I have my meal plan ready and I know exactly what I'm having when I get home. It's like, bang, get home, throw the meat in the pan, have that, going on super low while I'm doing my workout, and go back up and then finish putting everything together. Saving time. I'm not going to the grocery store 3-4 times a week for things that I don't have. I go shopping 1 time a week. The kids are like, oh, we don't have this. Well, too bad. Let me know. I'll put it on my grocery list and I'll get it on Sunday when I go. Not to mention, it also saves me money having a meal plan. Again, I'm not going to the grocery store 3-4 times picking up random items. I'm not throwing away, a ton of food at home because, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I am buying specifically for my meal plan the things that we're going to need, the things that we're going to use. I cut my grocery bill down from $300 to $400 a week for a family of 5 down to $150 to $200 tops. It's been amazing the amounts of money that I've spent. So, the amount of money that I've spent is now paying for Jer and I's shakes every month and then some. Like there's extra spending money there. It's crazy. So like, do your meal plans, guys. It's so super important. Saves you time, it saves you money. Get her done. Have a great day, guys. Bye.